What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 5 of our Islanders GM mode. So, in the last episode, if you could tell, my voice was kind of sick. But, anyways, in that episode, we traded for Melker Karlsson and Nick Spalling. We had to give up Anders Lee. I was trying to give up Mikhail Grabovski, but they didn't seem to want to take his contract on. So, in exchange, we gave them Anders Lee, and it didn't really help us at all, as we finished outside of the playoffs at 16th in the league. So we have the 14th pick in the NHL draft this year, and there's one thing I'd like to do, which is move up in the draft, because there's one person I want to target in this draft. Since nobody gave me any suggestions, I decided we'd try and move up for Cal Foote. I'm pretty sure he usually turns out to be a low elite, which is probably one of the best defensemen other than Timothy Liljegren. So we're going to try and move up to Columbus's 9th spot, as I already scouted a trade before the deadline, because they are interested in Johnny Boychuk, which is one of the players I'd like to move because of his salary cap. So, or his salary, I should say, not his salary cap. But anyways, so not Anaheim. Let's just go to Columbus first so you guys can see. As you can tell, I'm pretty much back more to full health, so I'm not as sick anymore. So sorry about the unenthusiastic commentaries. So as you can see, they want Johnny Boychuk, so we're going to give up Johnny Boychuk. And we're also going to give up our current first round pick. So they're basically first. And then we're also going to trade for defensemen. So they want to give up their first. So they're first for their first. And then we're also having to take up some salary back. And I was looking at some defensemen that they have that we could pick up in exchange, basically straight up for Johnny Boychuk. And they have Seth Jones, but I don't think they really want to give up an 87 overall 22-year-old. So I was looking more at David Savard. Not Jack Johnson, because Jack Johnson's already Jack Johnson's already 30 years old, and he's only got 2 years left on his deal. While David Savard, he'd be signed long term at 4.25 mil, which is not really that much for 5 years. So, and he's also a top 4 defenseman, really good defensive stats. So he could be a good penalty killer for us. Like last season, I think our penalty kill was one of the worst. So David Savard is a pretty good pickup, I think. He's also right-handed, so he's basically just a complete replacement for Johnny Boychuk. It looks like it's pretty even, I think, but I can't really tell. So we're just going to see if this goes through on its own. If not, then we might have to add some to our side, or maybe just add a bit more to our side. We'll see how this goes. And then we're going to accept. Nice. So there's a good deal right there. We got rid of that 32-year-old's $6 million contract and brought in a 26-year-old with a 5-year deal at 4.25. So we're saving some cap space, which is nice. And yeah, so that's good. So now we have the 9th overall pick in the draft, and we gave up the 14th. So let's start up the draft. Hopefully Cal Foote, because I think he usually goes in the top 10. Let's look at the scouted players and see who's projected to go in the top 10. Hopefully we could still get Cal Foote. If not, then we might go with Matthew Strome, because of the fact that we have his brother. So because it would be cool to put together a line with all the Stromes. So Timothy Liljegren's supposed to go first. Nolan Patrick, Maxime Comtois, or Comtios, or whoever, I don't even know how to pronounce him. Then Vesalainen. Oh no, Cal Foote's supposed to go in the top 5. Oh, this is not good, because I really want to get Cal Foote, because Cal Foote is something we don't have, because we don't have really any defensive prospects. So, I could potentially move up again, but I don't know if I really want to. I don't think there's any teams that are willing to give up a top 5 pick, so we might not go after Cal Foote. We might be able to get Matthew Strome, which we are lacking left wingers. There's also Pop and Stransky, but I don't know which one we'd want to go after. But we'll see how this turns out. Maybe Calfoot will still be there at number 9 somehow. So the Winnipeg Jets have the first pick in the draft, and then it's Toronto, Carolina, Calgary, Boston, San Jose, Edmonton, Arizona, us, Philadelphia, Detroit, and then Minnesota, Washington, so on like that. So if it'd be kind of cool if Winnipeg went with Nolan Patrick, considering I think Nolan Patrick's from Winnipeg. So let's see if they go with Nolan Patrick instead and Liljegren falls to the Leafs. Like, Liljegren usually goes to the Leafs, but we'll see how this goes. So first pick is Comtois. What the hell? Oh, and we got a trade offer. So 2017 second round pick and a 2018 third in exchange for Nikolai Coleman. I'm going to decline this trade because we don't really have a lot of left wingers, but if you guys think I should be doing this type of deal, let me know. So Comtois like comes out of nowhere and goes first overall, so that's kind of surprising. So the Leafs have a choice between picking up Nolan Patrick to play with Austin Matthews, and then they also have a chance to take Timothy Liljegren, which I think they might take Liljegren because Liljegren is a defenseman and I think they need D, so let's sim that pick. And they're going with Nolan Patrick, so they have two huge centers now in Toronto. So Toronto's going to be really scary down the road, which is not good. Carolina is going probably with Liljegren, I'd say. I don't want to trade Coolman for you guys as picks. So yeah, Liljegren goes to Carolina. So Carolina adds to their already huge defensive prospect pool. And it looks like there's already been a trade here at this draft. Is Mike Camilleri has been traded to the Dodgers. That always happens in GM modes. Number 4 is going to be Vesalainen into Calgary. So it looks like Boston might get Calfoot, which would make sense to replace someone like Zdeno Chara down the road. So I think Boston will get Calfoot, which means we might be stuck with someone else. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we still get somebody decent. So more trade offers for Coolman. Rasmussen goes to Boston. So Calfoot's dropped out of the top 5. Hopefully we still have a chance of getting him. I think usually San Jose goes for Matthew Strome, but I don't know if they will in this GM mode. So who did they go with? They decided to go with Calfoot. God damn it. So I guess they're getting a replacement for Brent Burns down the road. So we'll see who is available still when we get up in draft. I didn't realize Calfoot was a top 5. I think on prior roster updates and stuff like that, he was projected to go in the top 10. That's why I wanted to trade for a top 10 pick. So also another trade, one of the Sedins, I don't remember which one. He's been traded to Nashville. So I wonder what Nashville gave up for that Sedin. So Edmonton's got the 7th pick, and they're going to pick Popugiv, which makes sense considering they have already decent centers and they need a left winger to put kind of replace Taylor Hall, who they traded to the Devils. So that makes sense. And Matthew Strome goes to Arizona to play with Dylan Strome. That's interesting. So if we want, we could eventually down the road, I don't know if their trade values are low, but we could try and trade for both Strome brothers. But I don't know if that's realistic at all. So with the 9th overall pick, I don't know what we're going to go after. Simon Stransky would be good, but I don't think he turns out to be that good. There's also Velarde, and then those are the 2 ones left in the top 10. So they're both left like playmakers. So Stransky, he's 19 already. Okay, how about Velarde? Velarde's 17, and he's a center playmaker, but we don't really need centers because we already have Barzal, and then we have Tavares for quite a while. Yeah, I think we might go with Stransky. Who's available for goalies at this time? Oh, Skinner. There's also Ian Scott, but I don't know if we really need a goaltending prospect currently. I don't know if Soderstrom's going to be that good, but I guess we should be going with Stransky. 5'11", 172, 6'3", 195. I think I want Velarde though. Windsor Spitfires and Prince Albert, right? Yeah. Um, we need more wingers than centermen, but I think we're gonna go with Velarde just because I think he is the better of the two. And a center playmaker would be pretty nice, because after Tavares retires, then we could have Barzal on the first line, and we have Velarde's second line center. So let's see if Velarde is good. And Velarde is a medium top 6 forward, so that's good. And Philadelphia goes with Stuart Skinner next, so I guess we went with the right pick. Just see who else goes. So Stransky is a medium top 9, so yeah. So I think we made a good choice in choosing Velarde over him. So Gabriel Velarde, welcome to the New York Islanders. Not exactly who I was gonna scout, but that's fine. So let's sim to user picks. So we have our second round pick still, which is nice, but we don't have our third rounder as we traded that to San Jose. So all these trade offers for Nikolai Kuhlman, just gonna reject them all because it is nice offers getting a second and a third for Nikolai Kuhlman, but the thing is we really need him to be in our bottom 6 still, I think. So let's see. Why does it say I lost connection to the EA servers? Oh, god damn it. And they're still offering second round picks for Kuhlman and Grabowski. What the hell? Okay, so our pick in the second round. I don't know why it says the connection was lost. Let's see. We're gonna look at Tarasov. No, he's already 20. We do need a defensive prospect though. There's Proner. He's 18, a defensive defenseman. We have a lot of defensive defensemen, but he's left-handed, which is nice. Same with Tarasov. You know what? Let's go with Tarasov because he's already 20. So welcome aboard, Tarasov. Because we need a nice defensive prospect, and he's a low top 6 defenseman, so he could still make the team. Let's sim to user pick again. And no, I do not want to trade for a second round pick. No, thank you. I didn't realize there's going to be so much people interested in Nikolai Kuhlman. A lot of teams are offering. Okay, in round 3, still people are offering for Kuhlman. So, round 4. Don't know what we should go after. Let's see. Loic Lavelle is still supposed to go here. 20 years old. Don't need another one. Right winger Maxim Lazarev. He's already 21. And he doesn't got a really big frame. 5'11", 160. It's bigger than me, but still. Christian Possible, already 21. Joel Teasdale, this guy's 18, so he might be good. Let's see, who else? Jason Fram, no, he's already 22. Igor Bebenko. I've heard of that name. 20, left wing sniper. Might be good to bring in multiple left wingers. Let's bring in Bebenko. High HL top 6 forward, so he could potentially play on the team. He'll probably get to like a 78, 79, maybe better. And the rest we're gonna just auto sim. So that was a pretty successful draft. As you can see, we got Velarde, Tarasov, and Bebenko, and then the computer drafted us LeBlanc, Tizika, and Klobazek. So that's our draft for 2017. Now we'll sim on to the re-sign stage. And then there's a few people I want to look at for free agency. If you guys want, you could let me know what you think. If not, then I'll go ahead and probably sign them, because there's a few good players I want to pick up. I'm just going to quickly save this just in case for some reason like the game crashes, even though I don't think it will. Always good to save, especially after a key event like the NHL draft. So let's go to contracts. First, let's see how our draft players turned out to be, and then we'll go to our UFAs and RFAs and sign who we want. So Tarasov, the guy we drafted, is 65 to start off with, so we might be able to sign him for the AHL right away this year. We probably should. Babenko is a 64, that's pretty good, so he could start in the AHL as well. Koboslisk, I don't even know how to pronounce this. This was our 7th round pick, and he is a 64 and a low bottom 6'4", so he might actually make the team, which is pretty nice because he was a 7th round pick. And then we got LeBlanc, who's top 2 defenseman, 63, another left-handed defenseman, and he's offensive too, so that's a pretty good pick from the computer, except for he's an AHL top 2, so he might not make the team. He might be like a depth player for us. And then there's Gabriel Velarde, who was our first pick. He's still 17, which is nice, and he's 59 to start off with, so he's not going to get signed yet. Maybe in next year, maybe the year afterwards. And then Tazika was our 6th round pick. He is a medium AHL top 2 defense as well, and 53 overall, so he's not going to get signed necessarily right away. But I think we do want to sign Babenko, maybe even Kobolisk and Tarasov. So there's those. Let's see, RFAs, Dahan. That's who we got. Okay, so, well, for RFAs for sure. Oh wait, is it all skaters? Oh, I thought Ryan Strome was an RFA this year. I guess not. Okay, so UFAs, Melker Carlson's a UFA, but how much is he after? He's after a lot of money. I don't know if he's going to grow more, because I've seen in GM modes that have already passed like year 3 and Melker Carlson's still in 84, so I don't know if we want to keep Melker Carlson. Like, he could be a good defensive penalty killer for us. We have 19 million in cap space, but to sign the players I want, we need to have about 12.75 mil. So we'll see. Thinking we could release. We're definitely gonna release Cal Clutterbuck, just because he takes up $2 million something in cap space. And same with Nick Spalling, because Nick Spalling, oh, he wants a 2-way deal. We could potentially bring back Nick Spalling. We're gonna release Steven Gionta though for sure. Ben Holmstrom was playing in the AHL, but who was it? Was there anybody that we just drafted that was a centerman that could play down there? Velarde was, but no. Okay, so we're gonna sign Ben Holmstrom again for the AHL club. Oh, he wants a 1-way deal though. I'm not giving a 72 a 1-way deal. And over $1 million, no thank you. Release him. We're gonna re-sign this Hansen guy for the AHL for 3 years, and we're gonna sign Van de Sompel as well. Get those 2 youngsters out of the way, and then RFAs. We're gonna see how much does Dahan want. It's not that bad. I could talk him down to probably 2.5 for. Let's do 2.5 for 2 years. Yeah, that 2.5 for 2 years, that should be good. Yes, he could play on their top 6. Adam Pellick, what is he after? Still 2-way deal, we'll give you that. And same with Sundstrom, he probably wants a 2-way deal. Yep. Finn, yeah, we could get you back for the AHL club, I think. And us. Well, we actually should be releasing one of these guys for one of our youngsters. So, Tarasov, let's just offer you a contract first. And we're offering you a contract, Babenko. And same with you, whatever your name is, Kobolisk. And we're going to go back to RFA. I think we're going to release Graham. And and we're gonna sign Matt Finn. So there's all our RFAs, any RFA goalies. Yeah, there is some. We want to sign Soderstrom, obviously. 700,000 for 3 years. And Gibson, I'd like to get you back for the HL club. And Ruby, we're gonna release you. And Williams, we're gonna release you as well. UFA goalies, there's Grice, but I think I'd rather go with Darcy Kemper because I think Darcy Kemper's gonna be a free agent this year, so we might be able to get Darcy Kemper, who I think is better, and he's younger than Thomas Grice, so we're gonna release Thomas Grice this year. See if there's any better goalie that we could get for a backup. And then our UFA still, we sent everybody almost a deal in here, I think. Nick Spaulding, yeah, we could get you back for like kind of depth, which is nice. PA Parento. Oh, yeah, I think we have to get rid of PA Parento. 3.1 is a bit too much to give to him. So we're going to release PA Parento. And Melker Carlson. See if I could talk him down to 3.85. Or wait, let's go see if I could get him on a 2-year deal. I guess we have to talk him up to 3.95. Yeah, that looks good. Just because I don't think we really need him that much as I thought during the trade deadline. So, okay, so that's that. Let's just see if all those players re-signed. And then we'll sim on to free agency and see if there's anything that I like. Hopefully the 3 players that I want to go after are there. So DeHaan accepted, Melker Carlson accepted, Gibson accepted, Pelech, Finn, Van de Sompel, Babenko, Sundstrom, Soderstrom, Hansen, Kobelisk, Spaulding, Tarasov. So I think we got everybody back. Let's just make sure, so we don't accidentally send anybody to free agency that doesn't need to be. So let's check UFAs, nobody, and no goalies. RFAs, no goalies, and no skaters, so that's good. So we should be able to sim now straight up to free agency. So I think we do need still that second line center. I didn't realize Melker Carlson had that bad of face-off stats, so there is one guy I'm thinking that should be a UFA this year, and that guy is Tyler Johnson. He could be a good second line center for us. I think we will have the cap space to sign him too, so that's good. Trading block, we'll just leave it the same for now. So let's just check the available free agents, and you guys could let me know who I should sign. So yeah, there's Tyler Johnson. So Tyler Johnson, he won 6.5 for 4 years. Currently we have 13.1 13.115, whatever you want to say, in cap space. So we could go after Tyler Johnson like I want. So if you guys think that would be a good move for our team to get Tyler Johnson to play on our second line center, he can also play on our power play. That's our thing, as like a point man. I don't know. And then also there's Carl Alzner, who I'm thinking of going after, because well, maybe not. Do we need to go after Carl? Let's just check our contracts quickly, see what type of thing we need first, because I didn't know if I'd get a defenseman back in that trade that I made. So, but we got David Savard, so we might not need to pick up Carl Alzner after all. So let's just view contracts. So currently would be like that, unless there's someone in the AHL. So yeah, it would be like that. And that would be our center core, our top 4: Grabowski, Cizikas, and Carlson. So yeah, we want to get rid of Grabowski. I'd like to have Cizikas as our 4th line center. Carlson could be playing as a winger though on the second line. And then yeah, we could have Nelson maybe as a 3rd line center. I don't know. So yeah, that's our centerman. Our left wingers, we might need to get some, well, we have some depth, so those might be fine that way. and right wingers look like that. So we might need a few more replacement forwards for some other things. But our defense, yeah, we could always pick up another good defenseman, because we have 387s and an 83 and 82, and then there's a 78 that would be on our team. So I think we could go after Carl Alsner still for our top 4 if we need to. That way we have 4 87s, and then we have the 83 and the 82. Or they might be better when the season starts. So yeah, we could go after Carl Alsner. Tyler Johnson is one of the guys. Also, we could, instead of going after Carl Alsner, go after Trevor Daley. But he wants 4 years and he's 33, so I don't know if that would be a good move. It'd be better to go after someone like Carl Alsner, who wants 4 years and he's only 28. So there's those players. Other guys available, people like Nick Bonino. So there's some bottom. But wait, which ones are UFAs? We want to sort by UFAs. So yeah, those guys. And then goalies, Ben Bishop should be available as well, but I don't think we need to go after Ben Bishop. Like, it'd be nice to pick up Ben Bishop, but he's 30. So, but Darcy Kemper is available, so I'm already going to offer him a contract. Considering we got rid of Thomas Greiss, I'm going to already offer Darcy Kemper a contract, just because we need a replacement. So let's talk him to 1.8 for 2 years. Yeah, that works. So we're going to get Kemper's pretty much just a complete replacement for Greiss. Hopefully he is a bit better. And then, yeah, so the guys I would like to target are Johnson and Alsner, and then we could go after some like younger prospects, AHL, like Spears, maybe Milwaukee even, Jeremy Bracco, those type of guys. And then let's see, is there any kind of depth players we could get for our team as well? Parento was there still, because obviously it hasn't started yet. So there is a lot of depth players. We could get like Derek Roy as a depth player for 1 year. He only wants $975 as well, so he could be a good depth player. We could also get Kolyakovo for depth defense. We could get Burkowski for a depth defender. Or wait, maybe not, because he's top 6. Vernon Fiddler, guys like that. So if you guys see anybody that you would like me to sign for like a depth forward, like maybe even Alex Chiasson, we could get for a depth forward. Those type of guys, just let me know. But I do think we need to go definitely after Tyler Johnson for that second line center role, and after Carl Alsner maybe for like our top 4 to make it look a lot nicer. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do for this episode, I think. Let's just check the trading block. So then you guys could let me know if there's any trades you want me to do as well. Let's see, browse trading blocks. So Anaheim has Kopaka and Natten up. Both top 9 forwards, nothing special, but maybe down the road they could be good. Datsuk, obviously he's not even playing. Zdeno Chara has 1 year left, still playing. I guess he didn't retire. He's already 40. He'd be nice to bring in on the defensive core, but like, I don't know if I really want him to, because he's some picks, some more draft picks, more Hossa and Roosevelt. Hossa still has 4 years left on his deal, so I'm not bringing him over. More draft picks. Scott Hurtnell, he looks like he's dropping off a lot, so no thanks. Martinet and Corbiel. Some more draft picks. Luongo, no thanks. Amadio and Paquin Bordeaux. More picks. Sherbeck and Boquist. Sherbeck wouldn't be that bad, but he's only a 74, so he'd be playing in the AHL unless he gets a growth during the offseason. Gettinger, Tambellini, and Morrison. Don't think anybody's interested in there. Owen Tippett and Ratcliffe. More draft picks. Fogelty and Barry Boulet. Some more draft picks. Connor Hall, I think his name is, and Matt Murray's even on the trading block. Well, that would solve our problem for a starting goalie, but I don't know why the Penguins would want to give him up. I guess they're trying to keep Marc-Andre Fleury instead, which is kind of weird because Marc-Andre Fleury's probably, I think he's already in his 30s, so I don't know why they'd want to keep an older goalie over a youngster who's got really good potential and stuff like that. He's only 23. Joe Thornton, he's got 2 years left. I don't really want to bring him over. There's no point. Kyrou and Teasdale. So that's the Teasdale guy I was looking at draft. Glad I didn't draft him, but he's also a high AHL top 6 forward, I guess, so it's not bad. Radish and Kachuk. Don't need those guys really. Some more draft picks. Ryan Miller, no thank you. Olofsson and Palmu, and some more picks. So nothing huge on the trading block. I guess we may need to make a bigger splash in free agency. So like I was saying, Tyler Johnson, Carl Alsner, hopefully Kemper signs with the team. So yeah, I think that's all we wanted to do for this episode, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you with another episode maybe in the next 2 days. So